G'day and welcome back to the channel and part 4 of the LC Torana build, the Golden Nugget.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Old school only is go.
So in the last episode we had the interior sorted out. Dan from Vision Trim Shop absolutely nailed it. I'm blown away, it's unbelievable. If you want to see that, go and check out the previous video and go and see Vision Auto Shop YouTube channel, and he'll have a more detailed version of what he did. So I have been doing a little bit since the last one. Doors are on. Just getting them all sorted out and working. I've got to put windows in some of them. This door here, we will be painting. I've got some paint on the way to match the car. We'll make it look patinaed so it doesn't sort of stand out too much. And what I want to do now is start getting the running gear sorted out. So I've got a neat little 173 engine over there out of a HQ that one of Byron's mates donated, or Byron donated. Thanks, mate. So I need to strip that down, put new water pump. I want to put a new timing gear in it because they come out with a composite one, and they do tend to fail. So I don't want to be broken down halfway across a nullarbor with a stripped timing gear, because that would be, not real good. So we'll do the alloy timing gear in it. I've got some extractors to put on it and all that kind of stuff. We'll sort out the gearbox, get the flywheel cleaned up, put the new clutch on, mount it all together, and then we'll chuck it into the subframe so we can pop it in from underneath. I've also got to change the sump because it's got a HQ sump. Torana's got a different sump. So we'll rip the sump off that 138 red motor out there and swap it over. So let's get into it. I'll give you a quick look at the engine bay too. I've painted that up in some satin black, come up all right. It's kind of how they were. Ready for our new motor. Before we strip anything else off it, I'll stuff a couple of these holes with rags and we'll go and give it a degrease and a pressure wash, ready for a new paint job. There you go, reconditioned. Ran out of paint, that's okay. I just only got to do the sump and the timing cover. And while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna try and flip this motor over and pull this sump off. Quite a few comments on one of DJ's videos early in the piece that Holden didn't make a red 138. There you go. They're only available in the LC Toranas. couple more bolts to go, and we'll see what 40 years in the desert does to a Holden bottom end. Yeah, right. Looks well preserved to me. Righto, so I've taken the sump off this. Everything's as expected. Let me show you this timing gear that I'm going to change. So I can confirm that it is a fibre one by just scratching it. You can see, but see that colour, the brown colour. But the other reason that I really need to change is have a look at the play in the gears. If I turn this engine, you can see that, that's slop in the timing gear. So it's definitely overdue. So we need to pull that out, chuck the new one in, and we can chuck all this back together. Righto, so the camshaft's out. One problem, which is pretty common on these things, the rear lobe, I don't know if you can notice that, as opposed to there, is ground away, it's worn out. So the car will run with that, but I'm not putting this camshaft back in with a brand new timing gear on it. It's just not worth my while. So I have ordered a little bit of a lumpy cam for it and some new lifters. They'll be here in a few days, hopefully. And yeah, we'll have a little bit of a lobe in the idle, which will be great. And I'll go and find something else to do. The old gear's been stubborn, so I'm going to apply some heat, get it to expand, and hopefully she comes off nice and easy. So crook camshaft aside, the engine appears to have been fairly well looked after. It's not sludgy, which means it's had regular oil changes. The Welsh plugs in it are brass, so they've been replaced once upon a time. Someone's cared about this motor. The other big thing that hinders the reliability of a red motor is the harmonic balancer. They're rubber mounted on the outside, the pulley. This one appears to have been replaced. It's not that old. They're expensive, so that's good. So I'm going to call it for tonight. I'm covered in grease and muck and everything from the pressure washer and oil and stuff. I've wrapped it up, keep the dust off. Waiting for a camshaft, that'll be 2 or 3 days away. Tomorrow I'll just probably fit the sump on, pull the lifters out, and I might climb underneath the thing, the car. I've got a little bit of welding to do. But anyway, catch us tomorrow. G'day, it's the next day. I tweaked my back this morning, getting out of my little camper. I do have a pretty bad back, and one of the reasons I'm not working, it's quite painful. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done today. I'm about to shoot up to the chemist. It opens shortly. I'll get some pain relief, and hopefully some movement and a little bit of work will loosen it up a bit, and we'll continue on. So yeah, let's see what we can do. So a little update today. I didn't push myself too hard. done a few jobs, went and got a massage, fixed my back up, and got back and done a little bit more. So welded on that bottom of that guard, so that's all done. Sorted out my washer bottle, put on my master cylinder, mucked around with the wiring a little bit. And one thing that's really been annoying me is this steering wheel. So let's just get rid of that. And let's make this thing special like it needs to be, like the rest of the car's getting. What do you reckon? I reckon that's pretty cool. Righto, so it's day 12 of the build, 12 days non-stop, doing about 12 hours a day. Work that out in hours, that's 12 times 12 is about 12 So yeah, it's a lot of hours. People wondering how am I doing it so fast? Well, I'm just putting the hours in. We go a lot faster when the other boys are here, but the other boys got to work. So while they're at work, I'm in the shed. So we're still waiting for that camshaft. It's going to be either today or tomorrow, fingers crossed. But I want to stick the sump on, get that side of it done, and then hopefully mount the engine and gearbox into the subframe. And then that'll be ready to put in once we get the cam. So no mucking around, let's get it happening. Here's the old lifters. They're pretty worn. Couple of them are spooned right out, but that's the worst. That was the one that ground the cam away. You can see it's pitted badly, and you definitely wouldn't want to put a new cam on that, let alone the other ones. Bit of a monster day. I'm cracking a coldie, drinking some of the local stuff. Motor and gearboxes together, clutches in, and it's bolted to the subframe. I can't put the subframe in until I do some welding underneath the car. Looks like we've got an electrician coming tomorrow or the next day, hopefully tomorrow. That'll be awesome. Then we can slide that in. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm knackered. Cheers to you guys. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Well, you know you get into the pointy end when you bring home all your oils and coolants and brake fluids and stuff, and a battery. So it's day 13. Camshaft has arrived, which is awesome. So we'll chuck that in, finish putting the motor together. But we're getting at the pointy end now. Once we can get this thing up in the air, I can do some welding underneath. And then I can put this subframe and engine in. It won't be long till we fire it up. Let's see what we have. One-handed bandit. Look at that. There better be a sticker amongst this lot. Oh yeah. There's the camshaft specifications. Pause the video if you want to check that out. Righto, so I'm going to soak the lifters in some oil, engine oil. Make sure they've got plenty of lubrication inside. Gives them half a chance to pump up when the oil pressure comes on. We'll let them soak while I go and see a man about a dog. Righto, before you press on the gear, remember to put the retainer in because it needs it. Now with this gear, instructions say to heat the center up, the metal part, to about 200 degrees, which will make that expand a little bit and make it easier to slide on. So I'm just going to go and get the oxy and we'll do that. Smooth like butter. So just a quick comparison of the cams, stock cam versus the lumpy cam. You can see that the cam on the left is substantially higher. It's got more lift. So this cam is a similar spec cam to an XU1 cam. It has higher lift, but the timing of the cam lobes is a little bit different. So it should have a nice lumpy idle. Where's the end? There's the specs. So this cam, or any cam, requires liberal lubrication pretty much all over it, and it comes supplied with the right grease. So what you do, you put some in your hand and then you rub it all over the shaft. And now we'll gently feed it in. And of course, don't forget to put your retaining screws in. Very important. Well, that's been a pretty enjoyable day. I've enjoyed doing that, and the motor is pretty much ready to fire. So yeah, the plan is to get that thing in that thing tomorrow. Fingers crossed the hoist is working. Catch us in the morning. G'day, it's the next day. Day 14 of the build. Last night when DJ got home from work, me and him hung out in the shed together till about 1 a.m, just doing lots of little things. It was awesome time actually hanging out with him because he's been at work quite a bit. And I'm really appreciative of him letting me do this at his place. Sub axles are off the old front end. So today I'm going to service those and put them on this so I can put wheels on it. And then it's rolling. I'll be able to slide it under there, ready to put in. And shout out to Adrian. Cheers, mate. Got the badge. Thank you very much. So the bearings in this didn't look too bad, but I've got new ones anyway. We'll chuck them in. And another shout out to old mate Chop. You know who you are, bro. Hooked me up with a pair of brand new front rotors. So we'll get this thing apart, knock out the old bearings, put it back together. there you go. We have a rolling steering front end. I'm not putting springs and shocks in it yet because the springs haven't arrived. I've left the top ball joints loose so we can put them in once they get here. Sitting on the bump stops at the moment, that'll be fine. So we're ready to go in. The only issue is I've got to do some welding underneath, and I'm going to have a crack at doing it on the ground. I'll show you. So this area here, where the back of the subframe bolts through, is wasted away right there. So ideally it'd be good to do it up in the air, but I don't have that luxury at the moment. So I'll fix that down here, and then we can slide the motor in. And it's time to get absolutely covered in dirt, rust and other stuff, spiders, you name it. That'll work. Can. Righto, let's try and do this. Not sketchy at all. How good. I just chucked a couple of chocks under the bump stops just to get it up a little bit because it was sitting a bit ridiculous without the springs in it. But yeah, we're in there. There is no reason why we can't fire this up this weekend, I don't think. So you got steering. Don't stand there. Why not? Yeet!
That's why you don't stand there.
What do you reckon there, Bizer?
Yeah, mate, this is bloody killer, mate. Wicked.
So Byron's come good again. New starter motor, high torque. That looks pretty flash. Petters have come good and hooked me up with some awesome front springs. So they'll go in probably tomorrow. What else have we got? Oh yeah, battery cables and tank sealer kit so we can fix that fuel tank so I can get home without any dramas. Righto.
Not you, but I'm sexy.
Boys are here. It's Friday night and we've got a big day tomorrow. We're doing some laps of the track. The Carnage 5000 is on.
Woo, boy. 5,000? Where are we going to 5,000?
Yeah,
How many laps are we doing? 5 laps? Oh, 5 laps, yeah, 5,000 metres, okay.
5 laps. Cheers, boys. So anyway, that's it from me. What do you reckon, Byron?
Yeah, mate, dirty thumbs up from me, bro.
That's a good one. Where's the big fella? What do you reckon?
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Oi.
Little
Here
bit
comes
of-
acrylics.
He thinks the Brahm's better than this, but we're going to have a race one day.
He can fit in the bra.
Yeah, no one can fit in this thing. I can. But anyway, that's it from me. We've got a lot to do still, but it's the downward slide now, so I reckon we'll have it running probably tomorrow. And I've got a week left, so plans to be finished. Anyway, take it easy, stay cool, be good to your mates, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll see you on the next one. See you, boys.
All you gotta do is put a rear bumper on, rear tail lights, rear markers, windows, front bumper, hook up the engine, hook up the drive line, hook up the brake lines, hook up the transmission lines. Am I missing anything?
Nah.
Like and subscribe.
See you.
Yeah, boy. Putting it back to standard, are you, Paul?
Yeah, mate. The badge fell off. I'm just putting it back on. Genuine GTR 4-door Torana. Just keeping it real, you know.
Yeah, boy. How good's that? Good. Happy with that?
Yep. Clean all this off.
The dog's having a think about it. What do you think, Jasper? What do you think? Is it good? Nod your head. The black lines came out good.
Black lines are factory.
Factory.
No, they're not.